Good morning. All right. Oh, that's part of the problem. Oh no. What did I do? Okay. All right. Couple minutes before we start. See what this looks like. What, Belle? You have to wait, girlfriend. Don't look at me like that. Puppy dog. Let's see what else I need to do. Oh. Good morning, good morning. Let's see. Oh, shoot, what did I just do? Stop. There we go, that's what I wanted to do. All right. Dogs, you guys need to get out of the way. All right, we'll get started in a couple more minutes, guys. You guys. All right, go. Okay, get out, go. Really, nothing's happening right now, girlfriend. I'll move. You go. Oh, quiet. Go, go, go. Not right now, Belle. All right. Another minute. If there's anything else. Awesome. And Bella, go. Jump up. Go. Good girl. All right, we'll get started here. So good morning. Welcome if you are newer to the Sunday morning virtual yoga. We have a full hour here together. My name is Miss Erin, sorry, I'm in my children's yoga mode. My name is Erin, not Miss Erin. Let me just make sure. I'm gonna mute everybody that just popped in. Oh, cool, thank you guys. So again, my name is Erin, and this is a full hour of Vinyasa style yoga. So if you're newer to me and newer to my classes, we begin and end very yin style, so very slow moving, focused on warming the body up, cooling the body down, deeper stretch at the end. And then we have that meditation at the end of our practice. And that middle of the practice is kind of that more work, if you will. And I challenge you to do core work if you want to get into it, but you always have options to be a little bit more laid back. A couple of precursors. So apologize in advance for barking dogs, and then also small humans that may pop in and pop out of my class. They tend to be pretty good, but an hour is a long time for them to kind of self-entertain. And then sorry if you guys are bah humbug, but Christmas is here at my house. Yeah, it happened and it's behind me. So sorry if that's making you kind of vomit inside. It makes me happy. So hopefully it brings some happiness to you as we flow today. Um, and lastly, I look a little different. I chopped all my hair off because I donated it to Wigs for Kids and pancreatic cancer. If you didn't know, November is Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Month. If you go to a lot of different FitRec classes at the FitRec, you might know Erin. I'm going to say her last name wrong. Aguirre. She's one of my good friends, but she's also a 10-year pancreatic cancer survivor. So her and I this month have been partnering to raise awareness for pancreatic cancer, to raise funds for pancreatic cancer. And today we're actually going to Brookfield Zoo to decorate a holiday Christmas tree that I'm sponsoring to bring awareness to pancreatic cancer, to both Erin in celebration of her 10 years of survival, and then also for those who have not beat the battle against pancreatic cancer who have might have lost their lives. So if you go to Brookfield Zoo this holiday season, check out the Do Good Movement Christmas tree. And then, yeah, so if you see Erin around or you go to any of her virtual classes coming up, tell her congrats. She's for lack of a better word, a bad ASS human, and she's just awesome. So with that, let's do some yoga. All right, so we'll get started in child's pose when you're ready. Knees as wide as your mat, big toes together. Arms are options to you, nice and long out in front, or they can rest behind you, and I'll show that in just a second. So getting started again, child's pose. Getting into our low back, getting into our hips, so knees as wide as the mat, big toes together, arms nice and long out in front, forehead connected to the mat. Again, if you need a little bit of an upper back release today, perhaps those arms are behind you, resting your palms on top of one another on your low back. It's gonna help your hips drop a little bit more towards your heels. Again, getting into your upper back a bit if those arms are behind you. But wherever you are, we're coming into the space. We're coming into the moment. And we're just breathing, focusing on the rise and the fall of your breath. Noticing the body in this moment. Where do you feel the tightness? Where do you need to focus the release today? And then take a moment to notice the mind. How's that going today? You have a lot of things popping in, popping out. Maybe you have a to-do list, getting ready for the holiday, coming into a new week. Just bring awareness to the mind for a moment. And then with the first 3 rounds of community breath, as we exhale, begin to settle the mind. Letting go of those thoughts, letting go of any emotion tied with them, and allowing you to just be here on your mat for the next 60 minutes. So we'll begin with an exhale. Start to empty your lungs, release, let it go. Take a deep breath in through your nose, fill the lungs back up, and then create that long, gentle sigh out the mouth, release. 2 more times, just like that. Deep breath in through your nose, fill up the lungs. Long, gentle sigh out the mouth. And last time through. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Come back to your natural breath. So you're going to create an intention for your practice. Something for you to focus on. Whether it's a part of the body. Maybe you're focusing on just your breath. You can create a mantra, a word, a sound, a phrase to come back to as you flow through your practice. As you start to notice the mind wander, bring yourselves back to here and now. Maybe it's simple and your mantra is be present. That mantra can guide you into the day and guide you into this new week. Stay here in your child's pose for just another round of breath, maybe taking a more active child's pose, pressing your fingertips or your palms into the mat, really guiding those sit bones back towards your heels, active. Stay for another breath. Then we'll start to awaken the side body. So we're still in child's pose, but start to walk your hands over to the right side or right corner of your mat. Now, as you do this, you can go beyond the mat. You're welcome to cross your left hand over your right, getting a little bit more into the shoulder. And then you're always working the opposite hip. So work that left hip back towards your left heel. We'll stay for another breath. And then on your next inhale, come back to center, lengthen it back up. We'll go over to the left side. Again, you can go beyond the mat here, stretching into that side body. Pressing the right hand over your left. Work your right hip back towards your right heel. We'll stay for another breath. And then inhale, come back to center. Stay here in your child's pose for one final round of breath, active child's pose. And on your next inhale, let's start to bring ourselves up to tabletop, hands and knees. Tops of the feet are flat behind you. Knees are hip distance apart. Your wrists are in line with your shoulders. And we're working on spreading those fingers as wide as you can. And really feel every part of the hand, the palm connected onto the mat. As we are in that virtual world now, everything's virtual learning, virtual working. We start to feel that tension into the hand. So that's why it's important to work on creating that L shape with your thumb and your pointer finger. You're really going to feel that stretch go into your palm. Let's start to practice or flow through cat-cow. So when you're ready, from tabletop, on your next exhale, start to round your spine deeply. We're gazing at your knees, your legs, your belly. Stay for another breath. And then on your next inhale, open your heart, look up at the sky, lift your sit bones, and then bring the shoulders back and down. Open your heart here. Again, exhale, round the spine, return to cat pose. And inhale, come back through to cow. We'll do that 2 more times through. Exhale. And inhale. And last time through. Exhale, round the spine. And inhale, gaze up. Slowly bring yourselves back to tabletop. Take a little movement, sway your hips. Release tension in your neck. Circle the head clockwise and counterclockwise. Maybe start to straighten a leg behind you. Starting to stack your hips. Some movement for you here. And then come back to center in your tabletop. We're going to get into the shoulders here. So when you're ready, start to walk those hands forward. We start to drop our chest down towards the mat. Our sit bones are high in the sky. And maybe your chin touches the mat to begin here. Or sorry, not your chin, your forehead. Your forehead connects down to the mat. If it's not quite meeting the floor today, slide a pillow, a book, a block if you have one underneath your forehead. If you feel like you have more space, we place our chin on the mat and look forward. We'll stay here for another breath. And on your next inhale, let's slowly start to come back up onto our palms. Come back to tabletop. Take any slight movement, a little shakeout. And then bring yourselves back to center. Taking thread the needle. On your next inhale, start to reach your left hand high to the sky. Get long. And on your exhale, thread that left arm underneath your right. Shoulder and cheek come onto the mat. So you're welcome to just stay here. Again, if your cheek's not close to the floor at all, slide a book or a pillow underneath your cheek. If you feel like you want to try out a deeper release, start to walk that right hand forward, straighten out that right arm. If you want to work into balance, we start to straighten our right leg behind us. The toes can stay on the mat. If we want to go further, we find somewhere to stare at on the floor, on the wall, and then start to lift that right foot high. See how that feels. Stay here. We're starting to awaken that core this morning. If you'd like, reach the right hand to the sky. Maybe drop right hand towards your low back. We're staying here for another round of breath. Exhale, start to lower the knee, lower the palm back down. On your inhale, unthread. Left hand reaching high to the sky. And then exhale, release that left hand to the floor, to the mat. Take a little movement, shake it out, and we'll go to the right side. When you're ready, inhale, right hand high to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle, shoulder and cheek onto the mat. So same thing on this side. Stay if this feels good. If you want more, walk left hand forward, straightening out that left arm. When you go deeper, extend left leg behind you, toes on the mat. More so lift left foot to the sky. And then maybe that left hand goes up, finding that spot to stare at. That left hand can drop towards your low back. We're here for another breath. Exhale, lower the knee, lower the palm. Inhale, unthread, and then slowly release the hand to the mat. With your next breath, we're gonna come to kneeling today. So coming onto your knees. If your knees are sensitive, you can roll up your mat, creating a little bit more cushion, slide pillows or blankets underneath. And then when you're ready, we're working into gate pose. So I think you guys are opposite of me. So I'm gonna say extend your right leg off to the side. And as you do this, two options. Your right toes can face forward or they can face out to the side. Forward's gonna get a little bit deeper into the outside of your hip. You're gonna feel this more, but meet your body where it is today. Don't force it. When you're ready, on your inhale, reach your hands high to the sky, get nice and long. On your exhale, release your right hand down to your right leg. Inhale, lift up with your left hand. Exhale, up and over to your right. So you should feel this stretch on the left side body to begin. Now work left shoulder, left hip back. Maybe gaze up, stay for another breath. Inhale, come back to center, both hands to the sky. Exhale, release your left hand down to the mat, plant it down. Inhale, lift that right leg up. Oh my gosh, words. Stay for another breath. Exhale, come back to center, both arms high. We're gonna go right into that same side again. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, lift that left hand. Exhale, up and over to your right. Stay for another breath. Inhale, back to center. Both hands tall, take another breath. Exhale, release that left hand down. Inhale, lift the right. Stay for another breath. Exhale, release the foot. Inhale, hands back to the sky. One more time through on the side. Exhale, right arm drops. Inhale, lift up on your left. Exhale, up and over to your right. Stay for another breath. Inhale, back to center. Both hands to the sky. Exhale, drop that left arm down. On your next breath, inhale, lift that right foot high. Stay for another breath. Exhale, come back. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, release your hands down. Bring that right knee back to center. Switch it out. Left leg extends off to the side. So again here, left toes can face forward or off to the side wall or the back edge of your mat. When you're ready, inhale, reach those hands back to the sky. Exhale, release your left arm down. Inhale, lift up with your right. Exhale, up and over to your left. So stay here for a moment, work this side. Right hip, right shoulder back. Gaze up if that feels okay. We'll stay for another breath. Inhale, come back to center, both arms tall. Exhale, release that right hand down. When you're ready, hands planted, lift, left foot up. Stay for another breath. Inhale, back to center, that left leg comes down, hands to the sky. Exhale, release that left arm down. Inhale, lift up with your right. Exhale, up and over to your left. Stay for another breath. Inhale, come back to center, both arms tall. Exhale, release your right hand. Inhale, lift that left leg. Stay here, another breath. Exhale, back to center, foot down, hands to the sky. We go one more time. Exhale, release that left hand. Inhale, lift up with the right. Exhale, up and over to your left. Stay for another breath here. Inhale, back to center, both arms tall. Exhale, release your right hand. Inhale, lift that left leg. Stay one more breath. Exhale to center. Inhale, both hands high. Exhale, release those hands down. Go ahead, both knees onto the mat. Take a second, take a seat, take a breath. If you need to come to hands and knees, if you need child's pose, take it. We'll stay for one more breath here. And then on your next inhale, shift forward back into your tabletop. We're making our way to downward facing dog. From here, tuck those toes, lift your hips to the sky. Take some movement for you today. Pedal out those legs, bend one knee and the other. Shake your head, yes and no. Take a leg to the sky, start to stack those hips. Again, revisiting the beginning of our practice. Where did you feel this tension or the tension this morning? Where do you need to focus the release? Where does that movement need to go to get you started in today's vinyasa? And after that little bit of a shakeout, create that stillness in your downward facing dog. Come back to your hands. Again, spread those fingers wide. Feel the palms planted. Feel the tips of the fingers even connected onto the mat. From here, press those palms firmly down. Lift your sit bones a little bit higher. Your ears are in between those arms. We're looking towards our knees. Sit bones lift high as your heels start to release down to the mat. Totally okay if they never touch. We're here for another breath. Let's get right into the right side. On your next inhale, go ahead, lift your right foot to the sky. So 3-leg downward dog, stay for breath. Then we're gonna bend that right knee and start to stack your hip. Right hip on top of the left, heel in towards the glute. We're always aware of our shoulder alignment. So if this does not feel good to you, downward facing dog is not your thing. You can do this all in tabletop, right? Same thing, same release, a little bit more restorative. We're here for another breath. Inhale, start to straighten that right leg. On your next exhale, step your right foot up and in between your hands, we're gonna take it easy, back knees on the mat, top of your foot is flat. So both hands on either side of that right foot if you need to, walk that right foot further forward. On your next inhale, let's bring your hands onto your knee first, onto the leg, before we reach it to the sky. And let your hips on your next exhale really sink into this. You're feeling that stretch onto your left, oh my gosh, words. Left hip flexor. You're feeling this into your right hip. We're here for another breath. And then start to reach those hands to the sky. Get nice and long. Hold it here. On your next exhale, create cactus arms. Take a little bit of back bend. Let your chest gaze up. Hold it here, another breath. Inhale, hands high. On your next exhale, we're gonna release into a twist, reaching your left hand forward, right hand back. Let your hips come into that deep lunge. Inhale, both hands to the sky. Let's go again. Exhale, come down, twist it out. Hold it here. You want to go a little bit deeper. Let your right hand come behind you and create a connection on the back side of your left leg, or maybe wrap around your low back. Or reach that left hand to the sky. Get a little bit deeper. Start to look over your right shoulder behind you. Another breath. Inhale, both hands high. Exhale, release your hands down. Start to straighten your front leg. We're going to take half splits. So we walk our hands back towards our hips. We flex that right foot. We straighten the leg. Work right hip back, left hip forward. Crown of the head is reaching towards that right foot. If full splits is part of your practice, you're always welcome to go into it. Let's stay for one more breath. And on your next inhale, walk the hands forward. We're gonna bring them both onto the inside of your right foot and then walk your right foot over a little bit. From here, gentle hip release, left hand stays down, right hand to the inside of your knee, press the knee away from you. The sole of your right foot lifts off the mat. And then you can look over your right shoulder for that gentle twist in your neck. Stay for another breath. On your exhale, let your right foot come back down. We walk it back towards the midline. One hand on either side of your front foot. We're going back to downward facing dog. So tuck your back toe, lift your knee, step your right foot back and return. Shake it out a little bit here, whatever movement you need, and find that stillness again. Let's go to the left side. On your next inhale, reach that left leg high to the sky, find length, find height. Then we start to stack. Left hip on top of the right, heel in towards your glute. Don't flip your dog, I just accidentally flipped. Stay for another breath. Inhale, straighten that left leg. Exhale, slowly step left foot up in between the hands. Again, we're gonna let our back knee come onto the mat. Top of your back foot is flat. We're staying here for a moment. If you need a little bit more space, walk that left foot further forward. On your exhale, let those hips really sink into it. Hands are still on the mat. So let's go ahead and place our hands onto that left leg, maybe onto the knee a little bit. With each exhale, feel those hips go a little bit lower. Another round of breath. And then inhale, let's reach those hands high. Stay here, getting low, getting deep. On your next exhale, cactus arms, start to gaze up, a little bit of that back bend. Inhale, hands high. You're gonna take a twist here. On your next exhale, right hand reaching forward, left hand reaching behind you. Hold it here, keep into that lunge. Inhale, reach both hands to the sky. Let's go again. Exhale, take that twist. Another round of breath. And inhale, hand to the sky. One more time. Exhale, twist it out. This time, maybe left hand can wrap around your low back. You can place it on the back side of your right leg. Feels good to you. Reach that right hand to the sky. Get deep into that lunge. Maybe look over your left shoulder. Another round of breath. Inhale, both hands to the sky. On your exhale, release your hands down either side of that front foot. So just straighten that front leg as you walk your hands back towards your hips. You can always have that little bit of a bend in your knee. Again, it doesn't have to be perfectly straight. You don't want to lock it out either. So that micro bend is always good. And then focus on your hip alignment. Work left hip back, right hip forward. You're gonna feel that deepening on the back side of the left leg here. Another round of breath. And on your next inhale, let's walk those hands forward. Place both hands on the inside of your left leg. Walk your left foot to the left side of the mat. Right hand stays down. Left hand to the inside of the knee. We're gonna press that knee away from us. Sole of the foot lifts off the mat. We look up and over our left shoulder. Gentle twist of the neck. Another round of breath. And then slowly let that left foot come back down. Bring that left foot back towards the midline. One hand on either side of your left foot. We're coming to the front edge of our mat. So start to tuck your back toe. Lift that back knee off the mat. And then slowly step right foot up to meet your left into your forward fold. From here, take a little movement. Pedal out the legs. Bend one knee and the other. Ragdoll, if that feels good to you. Grabbing opposite elbows, that gentle sway side to side, a little bit of a twist if you'd like. Getting into our low back this morning. And then bring yourselves back to center into your forward fold. Allow the crown of the head to drop down towards the floor. Feet are hip distance apart. Feeling that nice release on the back side of the legs. Let's take a twist. Go ahead and bend into your right knee. Right hand stays on the mat. Fingertips may touch. If you need a book or a block or a pillow, grab it. And then we'll reach our left hand to the sky. So right knee is bent, left leg is straight, right hand's on the mat, left hand to the sky. Start to follow that left hand with your gaze looking up at the sky. And then if you'd like, you can drop that left hand towards your low back. Let's stay here, another round of breath. On your next inhale, left hand reaches back high to the sky. And exhale, we fold, switch it out, bend into your left knee, left hand onto the mat. Reach your right hand to the sky. We stay here for a breath. Right hand can drop towards your low back. Look up and over that right shoulder. One more moment. Inhale, right hand high. Exhale, fold. On your next inhale, find a halfway lift. Hands resting on your shins, above your knees, maybe more advanced, fingertips barely touching. Shoulder blades pulled back. Gazing down at the floor, we're extending that straight line on all the way to the crown of the head. Another round of breath. And then exhale, deep forward fold here. On your next inhale, come all the way to standing. So to reach those hands up and overhead, slight back bend if that feels okay to you. And then exhale, palms touch, hands to heart. Take a breath here. Take a moment, feel that connection of your feet onto the earth, onto the mat here, lifting the toes for a moment, spreading the toes wide, and then replanting them onto the floor, onto the mat. Take a little sway side to side, a circle if you will, going clockwise and counterclockwise. And then bring stillness back to center. Take another breath here. On your next inhale, let's reach those hands to the sky. Interlace your fingers and flip your palms up. We're gonna get into that side body one more time, but from here, notice if as you flipped your palms up, your shoulders went with, meaning your shoulders are now in your ears. Use your next exhale to drop those ears away. Take a breath in. On your next exhale, let's come to that right side again, reaching up and over. Start to stack, left shoulder, left hip back. Your gaze is whatever feels best to you. Take another breath, can go a little bit deeper, and then inhale, come back to center. Palms are pressing up, but shoulders are staying down. Take another breath in. Exhale up and over to your left. Go slow, find that stacking, right shoulder, right hip back. Take another breath on that exhale, go a little bit deeper. And then inhale back to center. We're going into our back bend here. So options, interlace your fingers and keep your pointer fingers extended up to the sky. Ears are in between those arms. If you know you have low back pain, you need support. Hands at that sacrum, the belt line, palms planted, fingers pointing down, elbows come towards each other. All right, when you're ready, take another breath in, lengthen. Exhale, hands overhead, start to draw that line on the ceiling, hips come forward, head can drop back. If you go into this, you're like, oh geez, place those hands back at the low back for support, elbows together. Still working here. Meeting your body where it is today. Another round of breath. Inhale, come back to center. Let's come to mountain pose. Arms next side of the body. Close the eyes. Take a deep breath. Come back to that intention. Come back to your mantra. Come back to that focus for your class, your practice, your day, your week. Be here now. Take another breath. And let's begin to flow. On your next inhale, open the eyes, reach those hands to the sky, get nice and long. On your exhale, the flat back, slowly come into this forward fold. When you can't hold that flat back anymore, we gently round our spine. Your inhale, find your halfway lift. On your exhale, full plant your hands, step it back into a high plank. We're gonna work into our core. So options, high plank isn't your thing. Take it to your knees, lift your feet. One variation. Hurts your wrists. Take it to your forearms. Otherwise, you're on the toes, you're on the ball of the feet. And we're gonna take that forward and back movement, all right? So when you're ready, on your next inhale, come forward to the tips of your toe. And on your exhale, bring it back to the ball of your foot. We're gonna go again. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, bring it back. Two more, inhale. And exhale one more time. Inhale, come forward, hold it. Option to go to the knees. Otherwise, on your next exhale, elbows shoot back, slowly come down to the mat with control. Tops of the feet go flat, palms are planted. Your inhale, lift your chest, and I'd like you to keep a deep bend in your elbows. We're gonna stay at a low cobra for a moment. Press the tops of the feet onto the mat. Lift your chest a little bit higher. Shoulders away from the ears, palms are planted, deep bend in that elbow. Stay for another round of breath. Exhale, come down, right cheek on the mat. We're going again. Inhale, lift your chest, palms are planted. This time, if you'd like to, start to straighten those arms out. Getting deeper. Shoulders away from the ears. You can gaze down at the floor. Maybe you want to stretch the neck out, looking up at the sky. Another round of breath here. On your next exhale, come back down to the belly. Tuck your toes. Start to lift your hips up and back. Let's bring it back to your downward facing dog. Option for tabletop if you need it. Take a little movement and then find that stillness. Stay for a breath. We're going to that right side again. On your inhale, reach your right foot back to the sky. Hold it here. Length, height. Reach up with the heel. Start to stack your hip. Right hip on top of the left. You can bend that right knee, heel in towards your glute. Notice your left shoulder. Have you started to fall into it? Bring it back in line with your right. On your next inhale, straighten your right leg. Slowly step right foot up. In between your hands, we're gonna go to warrior one. Let your left heel meet the mat behind you or reach your hands to the sky. So as we come here, that back foot's on a slight angle. Our chest is facing probably that upper left-hand corner of your mat, but we want to work from belly button up, bringing our shoulders more parallel to the front of our mat, hands reaching to the sky. When you're ready, on your next exhale, go a little bit deeper into that front knee, keeping your back heel planted. Hold it here. On your next breath, exhale, gaze up, cactus arms, open your heart. Inhale, hands to the sky. We're gonna take that twist we did earlier. On your next exhale, left hand forward, right hand back. Twist it out, back heel stays planted. Inhale, come back to center. We're going again. Exhale, take your twist. Keep that back heel planted, another breath. Inhale, hands to the sky, one more time. Exhale, twist it out, hold it here. Option, right hand can wrap around your low back. Right hand can connect to the back side of your left leg. Reach that left hand to the sky. Look over your right shoulder. Go deeper into that front knee. Hold it here. Another breath. Inhale, come back to center, both arms tall. On your next exhale, let's bring it into eagle arms. Arms come T-like position. We're gonna bring that right arm in front. Cross your left arm over top. Start to point your fingers to the sky, and then if you can, maybe get your palms to touch or grab for your wrists. Bring those elbows up in line with your shoulders. Press your forearms forward. Stay active in the legs, still warrior one. On your next breath, inhale, slight back bend, gaze up. On your exhale, start to fold forward. We come on the inside of our right knee. Right shoulder, if it's there on the inside of the leg, kind of press right shoulder into right knee. Press right knee back into right shoulder. And then we're pressing those forearms down to the mat. Hips are low. We're still breathing. Another round of breath. On your next inhale, start to come back up. Unravel those arms, hands back to the sky. Exhale, open the heart again, cactus arms. Inhale, hands high, we're leaning. On your next exhale, crown of the head forward, arms behind us. So feel the control in the core right now. If I were to come up and give you a little love tap in the gut, is it nice and tight? Crown of the head's reaching forward, we're gazing down at the floor. Shoulder blades are back, palms are facing inward. Take another breath. Inhale, reach the arms in front, hold it here. Feel that energy shoot from the fingertips. We're hovering, still have that core control. Take another breath. Inhale, hands to the sky. We're gonna do that one more time. Again, exhale, crown of the head forward, arms behind you. Feel that power here. Upper body is strong. Legs are stronger though. Hold it, another breath. Inhale, reach the arms in front. Start to find a gazing spot. Where are you staring at on the floor? Palms touch. You can bring those hands to your heart. We're going for warrior 3. Standing balance. When you're ready, kick off that back leg. Start to find your balance today. So maybe your balance is your toes barely touching the floor. That's cool. Totally fine. Meet your body where it is today. Maybe those toes are lifted. Maybe that foot is in line with your hip. Maybe your arms are off like an airplane. Maybe your arms are extended in front of you. True warrior 3, wherever you are, stay for another breath. And then exhale, bring your foot to meet the right. Stand tall, mountain pose. Inhale, reach those hands to the sky. We go again. Exhale, flat back, fold forward, then round the spine. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, we fold, plant your hands, step it back, high plank. You're with me here, or you're on your knees, or you're on your forearms. But if you're on the toes, here we go. Inhale, forward to the tips of the toe. Exhale, back to the ball of your foot. 3 more, inhale. And exhale, 2, inhale. And exhale, 1, inhale, hold it. On your next elbow, exhale, elbow shoot back. Slowly come down with control. Tops of the feet go flat. Your inhale, your choice. Lift your chest, low cobra, full cobra, or press to the tops of the feet. Lift the thighs, upward facing dog. Hold it here. On your next exhale, transition, whichever way is best for you, to your downward dog. Shake it out. We're going to the left side. Find stillness. On your next inhale, reach that left leg to the sky. Heel up, toes down. Stay for a breath. Start to stack the hip again. Left hip on top of the right. Heel in towards the glute. Another round of breath. Inhale, straighten that left leg. On your exhale, step left foot up in between your hands. Warrior 1, back heels on the mat. With your next breath, reach your hands to the sky. So remember, back heels planted, back foot's on that slight angle right now. Chest is probably facing that upper right-hand corner of your mat. Belly button up. Transition, twist it a little bit. Shoulders are parallel to the front of your mat. Hands reach to the sky. Take another breath in. On your exhale, you can go deeper into your front knee, keeping back heel planted. Then on your next exhale, open your heart, gaze up at the sky, cactus arms. Inhale, hands high. We're taking that twist. Exhale, right hand forward, left hand reaching back. Inhale, both hands to the sky. As we do this, back heel stays planted. Exhale, twist. And inhale, hands high one more time. Exhale, twist it out. Hold it here. This time, left hand, wrap it around your low back. Maybe we let that left hand rest on the back side of your right leg. If you'd like, right hand reaching to the sky. Use your breath, get a little bit deeper into that front knee. And then inhale, both hands high. Exhale, T-like arms. Let's go into eagle. Eagle arms. Left arm in front, right arm over top. Create your twist. Elbows up, forearms forward. Hold it here. Inhale, slight back bend, gaze up. Exhale, humble warrior with eagle arms. We're coming on the inside of that front knee. So back heel still planted, left shoulder. If it's there on the inside of your left knee, press them together. Forearms pressing down to the mat. Another round of breath here. And then on your next inhale, let's bring it back up. Unravel those arms, hands to the sky. Hold it, exhale, cactus arms, gaze up. Inhale, hands high, we're leaning. Exhale, crown of the head forward, arms behind you, chest, belly lifted. Shoulder blades back, palms pressing inward. Another breath. Inhale, reach those arms in front of you. Keep that energy going. Inhale, hands to the sky. We go one more time. Exhale, lean, crown of the head forward, arms behind you. Use that core. Where are you staring at? Inhale, arms in front, get ready. Palms touch, hands can come to heart. Here we go, warrior three. Kick out that back leg, find your standing balance again. As you come here, back toes resting, back foot barely lifted, foot hip height. Maybe airplane arms. Maybe those arms send all the way in front of you. Stay for another breath. And on your next exhale, bring the feet together to meet. Stand tall, mountain pose, take a breath. Inhale, hands high to the sky. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant those hands, step it back again, high plank. We're gonna move a little bit more here. So, options, child's pose if you need it. The way we started our practice. If you're going for it, full throttle Sunday, working off the turkey before you eat it, here we go. Tops of the toes, inhale forward, tips of the toes. Exhale, bring it back to the ball of your foot. We go again, inhale forward. And exhale back, two more, inhale. And exhale one more time, inhale, come forward, hold it here. Exhale, bring it back to the ball of your foot. We're going to a side plank. Bring that left hand towards the midline. Underneath the face, shift to the outside of your feet. Reach that right hand to the sky. If you need it, left knee to the mat for support. You can lift that right foot behind you. So again, options restorative as much as you can in a plank pose. Feet staggered, feet stacked. Maybe you're fancy today. Lifting that right foot high. We're here for another breath. Exhale, come back to center. High plank, hold it. If you need a moment, put the knees down and come back up, take it. We're going to the other side, right hand towards the midline. Shift to the outside of your feet, left hand to the sky, hold it here. If you need to, right knee to the mat, you can lift that left leg. Otherwise, feet staggered, feet stacked. You can lift that left foot tall. Let's hold it, another breath. Exhale, come back to center, high plank. Hold this high plank for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly with control, come down to the belly. Whoo-wee. Tops of the feet go flat. Your inhale, lift your chest, low cobra, full cobra, upward facing dog. And then transition downward dog or child's pose. Wherever you go, we're here for 3 rounds of breath. Deep inhale. Long exhale. Stay with me, another few rounds of breath here. Releasing, deepening one more time through our sequence. Stay with your breath. If you're in child's pose, let's start to transition to tabletop or back to downward facing dog. From here, we're all going to look up at our hands. On your next breath, step, walk, jump your feet forward to the top of your mat. Inhale, find your halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Let's bring the ball or the toes together to meet. Space between your heels, bend your knees, sink your hips back, reach your hands to the sky, come to chair. So as we're in chair, key things, we look down, we see our toes and we can wiggle them. We don't see them, hips need to come further back. We can't wiggle the toes. We need to come more onto our heels. Hands to the sky. We're gonna get low, we're gonna get deep. On your next exhale, crown of the head comes forward, arms reach behind you. That should feel familiar. Getting into those lunges we just did. Stay for another breath. Inhale, hands back to the sky. We go one more time. Exhale, lower, deeper, crown of the head forward, arms behind you. This time, reach your hands in front of you. Can you sink your hips even lower? Lift the chest, lift the belly. Stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten the legs and fold. Pedal it out if you need to. Take that gentle movement. Take ragdoll, grabbing opposite elbows as you sway. With your next breath, halfway lift. Exhale, we fold, and on your inhale, come all the way to standing. Reach those arms up and overhead. Slight back bend if you choose. Palms touch, hands to heart. Take a breath here, right? One more time through, going a little bit quicker. Stay with me. On your next inhale, hands to the sky, get tall. Exhale, fold forward, gently rounding the spine. Your inhale, halfway lift. Your exhale, fold. We're making it our own here. Plant those hands, step it back. Option, go right to down dog or flow from high plank down to the belly. Tops of the feet are flat. Inhale, lift your chest, low cobra, full cobra, upward facing dog. What do you need? You take it. And on your exhale, bring it back to down dog. Hold it here. We're going right into the right side. Inhale, right leg high, lift it up. Start to stack your hip, right hip on top of the left. On your next breath, straighten that right leg, slowly step right foot up in between the hands. Warrior one, back heel on the mat. Reach your hands to the sky. On your next exhale, cactus arms, get low, get deep. Inhale, hands high, one twist here. Exhale, left hand forward, right hand back. Option to deepen that twist, wrapping the hand, placing the hand on the back side of your left leg, left hand to the sky, look over your right shoulder. Go deeper into the lunge, another breath. Inhale, hands high. Your next exhale, lean, crown of the head forward, arms behind you. Inhale, reach the arms in front. We're going right into it. Palms touch, hands can come to heart. When you're ready, kick off, warrior three. Stay here, another breath. On your next inhale, slowly start to make your way up to tree pose. We're there for just a moment for transition. I might look opposite of you, but that's okay. Your left foot to the inside of your leg. We're going either staying in tree, we're gonna work into the hips, taking standing pigeon, cross, left ankle on top of right knee. Start to bend into that right leg. Sink your hips back. So as you're here, you're feeling that release outside of that left leg here. Hold it. If you need to, arms can reach in front of you. Another round of breath. On your next inhale, start to come back up, reach the hands to the sky. We're going back into warrior three. If you need to, hands back to heart. Kick that left leg behind you. Find your standing balance. Another breath here. And one more time, let's bring it back. Standing pigeon, come back up. We're trying not to fall, but if we do, it's okay. Cross the left ankle on top of right knee. Sink those hips back. That right leg's really starting to talk to you. That right calf starting to feel it. Another breath. Inhale, come back up. Transition one more time, warrior three. Reach that left leg behind you. Final breath. Exhale, both feet together to meet. We fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant those hands, step it back. Option, go right to downward facing dog or flow, high plank down to the belly. Inhale, lift your chest. And on your exhale, downward facing dog. Last time, last side, ramp it up. Inhale, left leg high. So to stack the hip, left hip on top of the right, another breath. Inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, step left foot up in between the hands. Warrior one, back heel on the mat. Inhale, hands high. Exhale, gaze up, cactus arms. Inhale, hands back to the sky. Exhale, we twist. Right hand forward, left hand behind you. Stay here or wrap. Left hand behind your low back or place left hand to the backside of your right leg. Right hand to the sky. Take another breath in. Go a little bit deeper here. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, we lean, crown of the head forward, arms behind you. Here we go. Inhale, arms in front. Find strength, find power, palms touch, hands to heart. When you're ready, kick off that back leg. Warrior three, find stillness, find stability. Slowly come up to tree pose. So this first time you're just finding that connection. Foot to the inside of the leg. Find stillness, find your breath. Keep breathing. Standing pigeon, if you're going there, right ankle on top of left knee. Sink into those hips. Bend that standing leg. Arms can reach out to in front of you if that's better balance for you. Another round of breath. Inhale, come back. Tree pose for a moment if you need it. Otherwise, we're going back to warrior three. Extend that right leg behind you. Hold it here. Switch up the arms if you'd like. One more time. Let's go. On your next breath, inhale, come back. Tree or right into it. Standing pigeon. Crossing right ankle on top of left knee. Sink those hips back. Keep those eyes steady. Switch up the arms if you need to. Hold it here. Another breath. One more time. Inhale, straighten it back up or returning. Warrior three. Keep that right leg behind you. Lift it. Stay with me. Another breath. Exhale, feet together to meet. We fold. Hoo-wee. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant those hands. Step it back. Option. Stay with me. High plank. Otherwise, take it to child's pose or downward facing dog. Last bit of hard work here, guys. Core work. Here we go. Forward and back movement. Inhale, forward to the tips of the toes. Exhale to the ball of your foot. Three more. Inhale. And exhale, two. Inhale. And exhale, one. Inhale. And exhale, side plank. Left hand to the midline, shift to the outside of the feet, right hand to the sky. Remember, left knee can come to the mat. Maybe you're going a little bit further than last time. Maybe you're stacking your feet here. Maybe you're lifting that right foot high. Another breath. Exhale back to center. Find stillness, find stability, find that inner strength, that fire. Right hand to the midline. Shift to the outside of the feet, left hand to the sky. If you need it, right knee to the mat. Feeling good, stack the feet. Feeling great, lift that left foot high. Another round of breath. Exhale back to center, high plank. Hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Not done. Come to low plank. Hold it here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Child's pose. Knees wide. Big toes touch. Forehead to the mat. Finding our breath. Finding the stillness. Finding the release. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Stay here for another moment. All right, body's nice and warm. Time to get into those deep releases, deeper stretches. With your next breath. Let's slowly come back to tabletop. We're gonna go into actual pigeon here. So those hips are nice and warmed up. If you'd like to do this from downward dog, you're welcome to, but otherwise I'm just gonna do it from tabletop. So if you're with me, let's bring your right knee to the outside of your right wrist. And then that left leg behind you, you're gonna walk it nice and long, right? The left leg's totally flat on the mat, top of your foot's flat behind you. And just peek over your right shoulder. Make sure it's straight out behind you. It's not like off to the side. That's not straight behind me, right? So you wanna make sure it's straight behind you, readjust. Now, front leg, grab that right foot, bring your shin more parallel to the front edge of your mat. Does not have to be perfect. If you have support at home, pillows, books, or a block, you can slide it underneath your right hip. And then when you're ready, lift your chest tall and then slowly walk those hands forward. Allow your chest to come down. You can stack your forearms on top of one another and let your forehead rest here. So deep hip release. Here we go. Let the body sink into this. Let the heart settle. Let the breath settle. Let the mind settle. Come back to that intention for your practice, that word, that sound, that phrase. It's going to bring you focus, help you stay in the moment, help you breathe through the release. Each exhale, the body sinks in a little bit more. The mind settles a little bit more. The heart settles a little bit more. Hips hold all the stress, all the anxiety, all that negative noise that we experience every moment, every day. So just let it go here. Noticing thoughts, emotions as they pop up, and with your exhale, letting it go. We're here for just another breath. And then on your next inhale, let's slowly bring it back up onto your palms. So we're gonna stay here in pigeon pose just for another moment. We're just lifting up the chest, shoulders away from the ears. Stay here. If you want to stretch that leg behind you, bend your knee, heel in towards the glute, and then bring your left hand to grab your foot, your ankle, your pants. Draw the heel in closer. You can shift to grab the top of your foot, elbows reaching up to go a little bit deeper. Now shoulders, try to keep them parallel to the front of your mat. Another breath. And then slowly release the foot down, palms onto the mat. Bring it on back to tabletop or downward dog and give it a little shake out. Shake out those hips, sway them side to side. And we'll go to the other side. So again, down dog or tabletop. When you're ready, left knee to the outside of your left wrist. We're gonna walk that right leg, oh my gosh, words, nice and long behind you. Top of the foot is flat. And then we help that front shin out again. So grab your left foot, make your shin a little bit more parallel, support underneath that left hip if you have it nearby. And then slowly walk those hands forward, drop the chest down, stack the forearms if you'd like, forehead resting here. And just notice the difference of one side of the body to the other. Use the exhale to deepen the release. Deep breath in, long breath out. Each exhale, allowing the body to sink into itself a little bit more. Go a little bit further. Releasing the noise in the mind. Stay here. Another breath. And on your next inhale, let's come back up onto the palms. Same thing as the other side. Stay here for a moment, shoulders away from the ears. If you'd like to, bend that back knee, heeling towards the glute. With your right hand, grab for the foot, the ankle, the pants, grabbing the top of the foot, elbow to the sky. Little bit of a nice stretch for that front side of the right leg. And then slowly release, palms planted, return back, tabletop or downward facing dog. Find a little movement, a little shake out. And then we'll go ahead and make our way onto our back. So shifting or taking a seat, extending those legs out in front of you. Legs nice and long, feet are flexed, arms reaching out in front. We're going down with control. On your next exhale, start to round the spine, and slowly we go down vertebrae by vertebrae all the way onto our backs. Once we're there, let's go ahead and hug those knees into the chest right away. Take some movement, rock or sway side to side. And then coming to center, hug the right knee in, straighten that left leg nice and long on the floor in front of you. You need to stretch the back side of the right leg, extend that right foot to the sky, interlace the fingers behind the right leg. Maybe grab for the big toe if you can. We're here for just a moment. And then bring that right knee back into the chest. Let's take our twist. Left hand to the outside of the right leg, right arm off to the side in that T, and bring that right leg up and over. So awareness here in your twist. As you twist, we want to make sure that right shoulder stays down. So if it's off the mat here, readjust. That might mean that that right knee is coming off the floor a little bit more, which is fine. Your body's going to slowly drop into this a little bit further, a little bit deeper with time. We want to make sure there's grounding here. That right shoulder is staying down. It's going to deepen that twist for you, deepen the release. You can look over the right shoulder. Your eyes can close here. If you'd like to, you can straighten that right leg as you cross it up and over. Another breath. And then inhale, come back to center, hug that right knee in, and then straighten, that right leg onto the mat. We'll go ahead and switch sides. Hug your left knee into the chest. Flex the foot here. If you like to stretch the left leg, interlace those fingers behind the leg. Reach that left foot high. Another breath. On your exhale, hug that left knee in. Let's take our twist. Right hand to the outside of our left leg. Left arm off to the side like a T. Bring that left leg up and over. Again, how's that root, that groundedness with your left shoulder? Keep it down. If you like to straighten that left leg as you twist, you're welcome to, or keep the knee bent. And then looking over that left shoulder for a gentle twist in your neck. Another round of breath. And on your next inhale, let's come back to center, hugging both knees into the chest. Happy baby, arms in between those legs. We grab for the outside of our calves, ankles, or feet, maybe the big toe. Remember, those knees are on the outside of our body. We're reaching the foot to the sky as we're pushing that foot back down, deepening that release. Shoulder blades onto the mat. Work that tailbone down. Stay without movement for a moment, just really lengthening out that spine. And then if you'd like, you can take a gentle sway or movement side to side, maybe circling clockwise and counterclockwise. If you like to play around with the legs, you can straighten one, both, maybe legs together in a pike-like position. Again, what feels good to you here? And then hugging your knees back into the chest one more time. With your next breath in, bring the forehead up to meet the knees. And on your exhale, begin to release, lengthening the body. Legs nice and long. Arms next to the body, palms facing up. And eyes can close. Making our way to our final Shavasana. Allowing our body to feel the benefit of the movement. And again, yoga is more than just poses and postures. It truly is that connection of mind, of body, of soul. We move our body to come to this moment, this final release, this final meditation, trying to find our deeper connection to our true self. The noise of the day, the noise of life tend to drift us away from that deeper connection. So as we lay here, allow your mind to be still, get rid of the noise. We'll take one round of breath here to help us deepen. Let's begin with an exhale, empty your lungs, release. Take that deep breath in through the nose, fill the lungs, feel the breath. And then long, gentle sigh out the mouth, let it go. Allowing yourself to come to your final Shavasana, your final resting pose. Slowly begin to bring movement back to the body, wiggling fingers and toes, circling wrists and ankles. Maybe reaching the arms up and overhead into that full body stretch. And when you're ready, coming on to your right or your left side body into a fetal position. Take a breath there. And then slowly make your way to a comfortable seat. So finding easy seat with one foot in front of the other. You're always welcome to sit on some height and support if you choose. Allow your hands to rest on your legs. Finding that extra length in the spine, reaching up through the crown of the head and let those shoulders drop away from your ears. So we're going to end our class with a final round of breath, releasing. You can let the eyes close here. We'll begin with an exhale, empty the lungs. Take a deep breath in through your nose, fill the lungs, fill the breath, hold the breath, and then long, gentle sigh out the mouth, release, let it go. Slowly, we come back to our natural breath, the natural rise and fall. Hopefully, starting to feel that deeper connection to our true selves. We end our practice by bringing our palms to meet at heart center. The light in me truly honors, respects, and appreciates the light in each of you. Namaste. All right, awesome. Well, thank you guys for joining me this Sunday. I will be back next Sunday, as you know, hopefully you know, all in-person classes are now virtual. So I know Jana and the team are frantically working on aligning some of those classes that were in person onto a virtual format. So just keep your eyes posted on the website, on social media, and we'll definitely keep you guys in the loop of all those changes on email too. But I will still be teaching on Sunday, so I'll be back next week. And thank you guys for joining me. Have a good rest of your day. Have a happy Thanksgiving too.
Happy Thanksgiving. Thanks.
Thanks. Bye, guys.
Thank you.